Welcome back, friends, to What the Fun Happened on Near last week in collaboration with Nearweek. Before we get started, go to shard.dog/Nearweek. So you can collect this very special NFT. You can't really see it here, but if you go to Mintbase, you can see, look at that artwork. This is a 0K special edition. Let's get started. Alright, Nearweek newsletter number 121. A weekly update on everything that moves in Near protocol. Top news. Ilya Poloshukin to represent Near at Korea Blockchain Week. Ilya will be in Korea next month to weigh in on the challenges and opportunities that AI and blockchain jointly present. Korea Blockchain Week will be on from September 4 to the 10th, and it is worth noting that if you do make your way to that part of the world, just after, or I guess there's a slight overlap, there will be Near APAC in Vietnam. So if you attend one, why not attend both? I did have a little bit of fun and activities with all conferences, trying to see where does Ilya rank in the list of speakers. Jeremy Allaire from Circle ranks very first on the speakers, which tells you everything that you need to know about Korea Blockchain Week. It is quite corporate, it is quite formal, show-offy. This is the type of conferences where you'll see people in suits and perhaps not as many hackers. A very different vibe from Eat Soul and Asia Beetle earlier in the year. Let's see Sandeep from Polygon Labs on the second row. Pac-Man, you know you've made it when you can literally have your pseudonym and avatar as your speaker profile. Respect. Oh no, Mo Sheikh, the co-founder and CEO of Aptos, made it just above Ilya. Alright, moving on. Next, Decent Land Labs introducing Molecular Execution Machine, MEM. Decent Labs announces a refined mission and introduces their new flagship protocol, Molecular Execution Machine. Its journey began in 2021 with a vision to build a social and identity primitives on Arweave, leading to the development of Arc Protocol, which connects your ID to Near. And here is where I went digging a little bit deeper because I am very intrigued. I've been following Decent Land for a while. I actually had someone from the Decent Land on the podcast recently. Make sure that you check it out. Let's see what problem it's trying to solve. We have always maintained our belief that Arweave is the perfect chain for storage, but needs architecture for deeper interoperability and broader adoption across the universe of Web3. That's why we built Molecular Execution Machine. At this point of the video, let's call these friends or foes. Are these competition? So I went to the MEM website, and I'm not going to lie, it looks pretty sick. Rapidly ship apps in JavaScript or any other language for any chain. What? The Web3 Swiss Army knife. Keep scrolling, try to find the Near connection. And finally, I got to what I was looking for. Which chains does MEM support? Sadly, I don't know if this is an error. Near is not on the list currently. As I look at MEM, I do wonder how the offering complements or competes with the Near ecosystem, especially because the hypothesis or the primitives are correct. Near actually announced on Machina a scalable, super efficient storage platform that may have actually competed with Arweave. Sadly, we haven't really heard much from On Machina recently. I was able to see the team at ETH Denver and they got me some merch, so I hope that they're still working. But I'm wondering whether we may have started from opposite ends. Near starts from the computing and it tried to go up or down the stack to storage, and Arweave started from storage and now it is going up the stack to computing. And who knows? Maybe it's a question of who gets there first. We'll keep an eye on this one. Next, El Cafe Cartel returns with a legendary comeback. This is a story of thievery, criminal behavior online, of hijacking. El Cafe Cartel Discord server had sadly been kidnapped by evil people, and after some drama, apparently the Discord has returned to its rightful owners. Next, NDC chatbot is now live. The community can now conveniently query and access a centralized, aggregated body of documents, links, videos, and much more. This one is massive because if you've been trying to follow the NDC for the last few months, it is an absolute clusterfuck of endless Telegram chats, endless versions of documents, and just a lot of information in many places. Unless you're an actual paid contributor, it's literally impossible to keep up. So this is what the NDC chatbot looks like. It has a very similar look and feel to ChatGPT. On the right, you will be able to see all the documents that it aggregates. I don't want to show off, but I may have been the one that broke the news on Twitter, sharing the screenshot of a very promptly query that I'm sure that more than one person has been wondering: how to remove a marketing DAO council member. And the cool thing, if you look at this screenshot, is that once it gives you the answer, it also highlights at the top the document that it is referencing when giving you the answer. So I would encourage everyone to come and check it out, ask as many questions as you like. Also, I will be linking on the show notes below the original tweet from Starpause and the Substack post where they announce this, including all the description of what they're trying to achieve, road ahead, call to action, and shout out to the team member. And for no particular reason at all, shout out to Near-chan. Next, Aurora Labs launches a new Stars Force Ambassador program. The program allows users to engage with and contribute to the Near Aurora community and earn rewards. The Aurora Ambassadors program is very aptly themed. There's a few things noteworthy here. The Ambassador program is now part of the Near Digital Collective, or the NDC. I am not up to speed as to why the Aurora Community DAO becomes part of the NDC and what those changes may represent from the previous Aurora Community Grants model. If I had to guess, they probably figured out that if they kept handing out Aurora, it was literally going to go to zero and probably like negative value. So it seems like all those initiatives are going to be now pulled in with NDC and contributors being paid in Near. The stated goals of the program include increasing transactions in the Near Aurora ecosystem, raising awareness of Near and Aurora, encouraging the mass adoption and integration of the Aurora network, facilitating knowledge exchange with Near and Aurora community and fostering collaboration, nurturing professional development among councils, leaders, and ambassadors. That's huge. And driving active participation in the Near ecosystem's development. On this post, it will be linked down below. There is an application form, including all the requirements. If you're wondering whether this is worth your time, the contributors are spread across 5 levels, and the remuneration starts from $50 all the way up to $750, with level 5 coming soon. I will wait for that one to apply. A couple of things that really stood out to me from this post is the requirement to have an Aurora Pass wallet. I'll probably be making a video specifically about the Aurora Pass wallet. This is something that is live on mainnet, and it is one of the things that probably really differentiates Aurora from other EVMs. The other thing that stood out to me was a reference to the Aurora DAO community board, and this board has a ton of information that they will be using in order to assess the ambassador's performance. I'll leave the link down below in case you're also curious. Next, we're moving on to the developers section powered by Near DevHub. Near DevHub is a place on chain where all things developer related are happening. At the moment, there isn't as much activity happening on Near Developer Hub, but all the communities have been neatly organized and growing, so I would expect there to be much more activity there. And personally, I think that this will be the best entry point for any new developers in the ecosystem. And if you are an existing Near ecosystem developer, think of the type of experiences you would like to see when you join an ecosystem of developers. That's the kind of life that we're looking at injecting now here on Near DevHub. First, DevHub deploys a more versatile, efficient Borsch library with Near SDK support. This is huge! The technicals go slightly over my head, but from conversations that I've been having from everyone ranging from Alex Yoki, product manager at Pagoda, all the way to developers on the grounds, one of the things that was consistently coming up was some of the limitations around building with JavaScript, not being able to rely on libraries, etc. So the library has been completely rewritten with significant improvements to the current version, which was 0.7.0. Once again, marketing advice, if you're going to have a v0.7, you may as well make it v0.6.9, just saying. The new version features a vanilla JS implementation, providing compatibility with a wider range of environments, including the Near SDK JavaScript for smart contract support. You know shit is serious when the links refer you directly to GitHub. Developers aren't messing around. There's no blog post, there's no nothing. You go straight in there and contribute like a boss. I was hopeful that perhaps the second link would refer me to an actual blog post so I could get a better understanding, but I was not in luck. There is also another GitHub link. So good luck. Next. DevHub feed gets a functional makeover. Thanks to the outstanding work from the DevHub contributors, the platform has a cleaner and more functional UI, including support buttons and a more seamless process for adding, editing posts. Come and check this one out for yourself. Next, Octopus Network. Octopus 2.0 set for October launch. I'm very excited about this one because when I had Sheldon on the podcast, second shameless plug for the podcast, if you're not listening to WePod, you're definitely missing out. He dropped the alpha. So Octopus 2.0 introduces two major changes. The first one is restaking. When it goes live, you'll be able to restake Near, namely use staked Near to secure Cosmos app chains. This change allows app chains to achieve security in a more cost-effective manner, reducing their bootstrapping process. As there are new blockchains popping up left, right, and center, the main challenge for most of them is how to secure the blockchain. Restaking makes it easy by lowering the barrier of access so that you don't have to secure your own validators. Second, Octopus 2.0 introduces the Near IBC, which stands by Inter-Blockchain Communication, extending the IBC protocol beyond the Cosmos ecosystem to connect with Near. This development also enables Octopus Network to bridge Near with various other blockchains such as Cosmos, EVM chains, Polkadot, and app chains using Octopus infrastructure. Next, DeFi and wallets powered by proximity. First up, Orderly Network. Woo perps trading on WooFi DEX. Exciting news for DeFi users. You can now trade Woo perps, offering unparalleled liquidity, top-notch trading, execution, and next-gen yield generation methods. I wasn't sure initially whether this was an announcement about perpetuals in general going live on WooFi, or whether they were just announcing the enablement of the Woo-specific perpetual as an addition to their offering. And I wasn't even sure what the actual offering of WooFi is. It is confusing because WooFi is a multi-chain DEX and it's got a range of products and offerings. And then somehow I worked my way into the WooFi DEX, which is currently in beta. That one is on the Near ecosystem. What you can see on screen now is the perps. The maximum leverage is 10x, which I know it may be disappointing for some of you degens, but you got to start somewhere. And the pairs available right now, when you join for the first time, they do have a walkthrough which shows you like where to go to do what. So I guess that the user experience is all right. The futures markets available right now are BTC, ETH, Woo, and Near. Next. Metapool partners with Polaris Finance. Thanks to this collaboration, liquidity providers for STNear will now receive double rewards in XPolar and Meta via Polaris Finance. I consider myself a degen, and Polaris Finance is the one thing I've never really quite touched because I've got a bit of PTSD from the rebase mechanisms and all sorts of like degen strategies that popped out there. So I don't know much about them. I would strongly encourage everyone that if you go to a DEX and you see these high APY, definitely do your own research before you invest. I think that's all that I have to say about this one. Next, Hapi Protocol. Hapi token launches on Linea mainnet. Hapi, which probably has the coolest Twitter name of all of crypto. I am Hapi One. We're excited to be one of the first projects to start process of launching token on Linea Build. First, I had to find out what Linea Build is. Linea is a developer-ready ZK rollup powered by Consensus, enabling the next generation of Ethereum builders. Interesting. Then I had to brush up my memory to try to remember whether the Hapi token is available on Near, and yes, Hapi has been available on Jumbo.exchange, although there isn't really much TVL or volume there. And Hapi team also owns Bucket Chica, which is a launch pad on Near, but it also hasn't had much activity on Near in a while, and they also at some point went off to Solana. I'm not entirely sure whether they've had much action there, so I'm not entirely sure what the role of the token is, and I would have to dig deeper to see what the plans are for Hapi on Linea. But congratulations on expanding to a new blockchain. Next, Sweat Economy. 1.8 billion sweat to be burned after community votes. What? This was a fun blog post from the Sweat team because, check this out. Here's how you did it. Not us, the team. This is you. You sweat holders that voted. Last month, more than 350,000 of you made your voices heard in part 2 of governance vote. 83% of voters were in favor of reclaiming idle tokens locked up for inactive user accounts. But the proposal didn't end there. We needed your help to decide what to do with all that sweat. And now the results are in. The community voted in favor of burning 1.8 billion sweat. But I feel like there's something about the burning news that may be hiding what I personally find the most interesting and perhaps most shocking. This seems like an outright communist takeover. Like, what? People on sweat have the right to take over the coins of some other users if they become inactive? I don't know. This doesn't really sit very well with me because it just doesn't seem decentralized at all. If you earn some tokens, they should be yours. That's the end of the story. Even if you become inactive on the application, they should still be your tokens. But anyway, that's just my personal view. I'll be linking all the posts relating to this communist saga so that you can do your own research, and let me know in the comment section if there's something that I'm missing, and I will gladly change my mind. Next, Linea protocol integrates Here wallet. This may seem like a small announcement, but it's actually quite an impressive feat. If you go to Linea protocol, now you have an extra option to sign up with a Here wallet. If you're familiar with other protocols in Near, you may have realized that Linea protocol has quite few options when it comes to wallets compared to others. So kudos to the Here wallet for persevering and getting to the Linea team and getting listed. Not an easy feat. Next, Cryptostruct partners with WooX to unlock institutional grade trading. I would definitely count this as part of my research to get a better understanding of what Woo is. Overall, it is fantastic to have institutional grade liquidity providers. It was not entirely clear from this article whether the liquidity will be for their centralized option or for the decentralized option. I would encourage everyone to come check out the details of the transaction if you want to dig deeper. Overall, I'd say more liquidity, good ecosystem and community. Learn Near Club prepares community for wallet changes with a succinct guide. Learn Near Club is the classic platform to learn more about the Near protocol in a hands-on, practical way. Incoming changes. At the moment, the wallet.near.org domain directs to the original Near wallet. In a few months, the main change will be that the wallet.near.org will now go to a wallet hub where you will get the choice to pick a new wallet. This will allow the domain to become a reference point for all Near wallets, enabling users to discover, select, and implement the wallet that suits their requirements and giving them greater flexibility as they navigate the Web3 space. The main thing that you may want to pay attention here is around migrating your existing wallet over to a new wallet. The article takes you through all the steps, including exporting your private keys and rotating your private keys. And I am also going to mention as a bonus that I also released a YouTube video a few months back regarding private key rotation. So definitely check that one out as well. Next, Near Foundation forms strategic partnership with Chain Rewardz, revolutionizing open web rewards. I was actually really excited to see this one because I was thinking of something similar. I was looking at credit cards recently and I'm looking for one where I can earn frequent flyer points just by doing my everyday consumptions. And I started thinking of trying to create similar models in Web3. And who would have thought? Seems like Chain Rewardz has actually been doing a lot of work in the same direction. Chain Rewardz enables projects to readily offer users a host of discounts and rewards through their reward to earn incentives. I'm not sure that makes much sense. With every redemption, projects can earn Near tokens, facilitating revenue generation in the early stages of their lifecycle. I may be missing something. I ended up being more confused after reading that article, so I just went straight to the source. No-code rewards redemption for Web3. Reward your community in minutes, not months. We can see the Near logo. Reward your community. Reward your users with real-life rewards with a white-label no-code platform. Offer eligible token holders exclusive access to products and discount. Activate discounts and rewards with your project tokens. Earn Near tokens for every purchase made by your community members. Oh, okay, I get it. So there's two ways you can reward your community, and reward to earn is the project earns Near tokens by the actions of their community. Interesting. I'll probably have to make a specific video about this one, but considering that they have a ton of hotels, accommodations, airlines, global retailers, restaurants, etc., I was thinking of something on the lines of, imagine Ref Finance being able to reward you with Chain Rewardz points for every time that you perform a swap, or even proportional to the amount that you swap. It'd be awesome if then you could use these points towards a hotel in Vietnam during Near APAC. Or think of Borrow Cash. They could reward you proportional to the amount of loans that you take. I think it's a brilliant idea. It has definitely been validated by the credit cards that charge hundreds of dollars per year just to give you some points. And for the astronomical interest rates that these credit cards charge, other thing that gets me going about this one is that it is a no-code solution. Next, Aurora Weekly Update. Aurora publishes weekly updates on their YouTube channel. So if you want to see Alex Shevchenko's face, I didn't post it at the best time. You can actually come in real time and ask questions. If you want the executive summary, you can also just read the blog post with all the links. Noteworthy, Aurora was recently at ETHCC and they've posted a recap on their Twitter. This includes several technical presentations and it has all the links to the ETHCC live stream where you can go watch. First, from Aurora Labs Bridge Team Lead, Kimov, discussed building reliable bridges with top security measures while keeping UX simple and safe and guaranteeing a super fast experience. This may sound boring, but the Rainbow Bridge is quite unique and I am interested to hear what the team lead has to say about that. Second was Alex Shevchenko, Aurora Labs CEO. Alex shared Aurora's vision of the future where blockchain infrastructure ordering is as easy as an AWS server offering decentralized and scalable capacity. With Aurora Cloud, the future is now. I am 100,000% going to go and watch that presentation because even if you go to the Aurora page, look at the description. Full stack blockchain for business, auroracloud.dev. And then it says aurora.dev ecosystem. It is very clear that in recent times, the focus of the Aurora team has shifted to be business first. So I feel like there's a lot of alpha hiding there in plain sight. Next, we've got Anton Paisov, the Aurora Labs head of integrations. He's shared the lessons learned in enabling any ERC20 to serve as a gas token, unlocking potential and overcoming technical challenges. I also need to go and watch this one because I've always heard that at the moment, the gas token on Aurora is Ethereum, but that in the future, it can be any token. So I'm assuming that this is close to being implemented or has been implemented. And I am interested to see what they mean by unlocking potential. And finally, we have Armand Idia, the Aurora Labs apps team lead. He emphasized the importance of next generation blockchain user experience to onboard billions of users seamlessly. I love it. This is what gets me going in product and user experience. And what I'd be particularly looking forward in this one would be how Aurora is able to offer that unique, unparalleled user experience for an EVM because it inherits a lot of the user experience capabilities from Near. That's something that no layer 2 on Ethereum would be able to mimic. So definitely another one to go check out. Aurora also released that blockchain for business article. Once again, this is alpha hiding in plain sight. I'm probably going to go read this article and mull over it over a few mushrooms or something and then come back and make a specific video about it. I'll make sure that I link the blog post so you can read all the latest updates from Aurora. Friends, that's it for me. If you like this one, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share with a friend. It really helps the channel grow, and I'll see you next week.